Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this reading. This is going to be a reading for the full moon that is going to be on Sunday in Aries. And I'm going to be doing all signs. And we're just going to get started, of course, with Aries. So bear with me. I'm going to do timestamps as I go along here. So that's going to be that. But Aries, we are going to start with you. I'm using the Wormwood Tarot, by the way, if you're wondering what deck I'm using in this reading. So Aries. Actually, I should probably do it like this way, but that's what we're going to do. So Aries, you have for this full moon in Aries, you have the Five of Swords, the Moon, and the Six of Cups. So I feel for some of you that you could be thinking about certain conflicts. It's popping into my head as conflicts in the home in this first position. I also feel like you could be feeling conflicted because, again, next you have the moon in your reading. And again, it's interesting that this deck, again, this is the Wormwood Tarot, and it's a new deck, but you can see how the moon, it's like there's all these faces. So I'm wondering if some of you are dealing with a person who has multiple kind of multiple faces in life or has multiple personalities or something like that. It feels a little bit crazy to me. The moon could be a little bit crazy for you, Aries, although you have the Six of Cups here, and I am going to pull 3 more cards to clarify in just a second. But, I would be careful of this energy. I would be careful of this energy inside of you as well. You know, the moon normally has the dog and wolf or the dog and the coyote on the card, and it kind of represents your animal side and your domestic side. And it can represent combining the energy instead of thinking that, things are all bad or things are all good. You're kind of like more in the middle. So, I would say that taking the middle road here is going to be very beneficial for you. You also have the Six of Cups. So there's some sort of turnaround coming because of this full moon is what I feel for you here, Aries. So I feel that there could be a turnaround in the energy, or there could just be improvements in the energy in general. With the Five of Wands, you have the King of Wands. This kind of tells me that you should kind of continue on your adventure. The King of Wands is about being bold and being assertive. Sometimes I call the Five of Wands, and sorry, this is the Five of Swords, by the way. So I was totally wrong. This is the Five of Swords. It doesn't change anything. Again, I feel like some of you could be dealing with this like chaotic energy. It could be like a battle, but a more of an internal battle, a decision that you're trying to make. The King of Wands, I feel, is asking you to take a risk, though. He's normally very bold and very assertive. I feel like some of you are just like ascending is the energy that I get here with the King of Wands. It's almost like your energy is being lifted up. Can we get more details on that? Are you kidding me, Aries? I feel like you need to realize your true power. Now I know what this reading is talking about because, I feel like you are maybe realizing your true power. It kind of makes sense. Jupiter will be entering into your sign next year, right? At the end of this year, technically, but really all of next year, you're going to have Jupiter in your first house. The seeds that you plant with Jupiter in your first house are going to last for a very long time, but you're going to start to see those seeds sprouting when it moves into your second house in 2024. So it's like, this is what you're preparing for. You're preparing for abundance, success, and all these other wonderful things. This looks like a glow up to me. With the moon card here, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely could be a Pisces. I'm pretty sure I just did your love reading, and that will be coming out on Sunday or something like that. Depending on when you're watching this, it might already be out. But I just did it, and there was a Pisces in it. I'm pretty sure you showed up in Pisces reading as well. So if you're looking for love, could be a Pisces. But, I feel like you've been very patient in making some changes to get to your Page of Cups. That Page of Cups has that fish in the cup. And, excuse me, I knew I was going to sneeze. That fish in the cup could be something that he is imagining. It might not be something that exists. I feel like this Temperance card is asking you to do 2 things with the moon. I feel like it's saying it would be super beneficial for you to focus on like a one thing at a time right now. That's what I'm getting on the moon card. The Temperance card and the moon card both have paths straight down the middle, more or less, of the card. And with the Temperance card, of course, we have this big crown. And that crown, this is the path to glory. It's like your path to accomplishing something that is really great in your life. But I feel like you need to be single-focused, and I also feel like you need to not allow little tiny things to trip you up here if you're having any, obstacles come up or anything like that. Next, with the Six of Cups here, you have the Eight of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Definitely could be working on a Pisces here. I don't know why I feel like saying working on a Pisces, but if you're dealing with a Pisces, this looks pretty good to me, for sure. Eight of Pentacles I like because, especially in love, it represents a person who puts the work in. And again, if I'm being honest, I don't really remember what I said to you in your love reading, but there's definitely a Pisces in it, and it looked good. So, I don't know. We'll just put it that way. For others, I feel this is about working on something that has potential. The High Priestess is just about potential, and it just represents something that has potential, and that's basically it. If you don't put the work in, obviously it's not going to go anywhere. So that's that for you, Aries people. We're going to move on to Taurus, but thank you, Aries and Taurus. I just need to get like a quick shuffle here. So Taurus, let's see what we have going on for you for this Aries full moon. And Taurus, you have the Six of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Swords. So again, some of you could be thinking about the past here, Taurus, with the Six of Cups. I really feel this is a reading that is talking about the removal of obstacles, mostly because you have the Six of Swords here. You're hoping that some sort of obstacle is removed. The thing with the Six of Cups is, outside of love, it can represent a blessing from the universe or a gift from the universe. And the gift we always receive from the Six of Cups is forward movement or forward progress or the removal of obstacles in our life. You have two sixes here. If you watch me or have been watching me for a long time, you know that I love two sixes. I love when two sixes show up in a reading because to me it says you're on the right path, you're going in the right direction. So I feel like you're hoping that some obstacles are removed from something that you're dealing with, especially during this full moon. You have the Queen of Swords here. The path is clear is what I'm getting. Queen of Swords normally only has clouds halfway up her body, and it kind of represents the fact that she finally sees things clearly for the first time. So I feel for a lot of you, the path forward is very, very clear. But you have the Six of Swords. Why am I hesitating on the Six of Swords, Taurus? Because I feel like there are things that maybe you feel like you have to let go of, or there are things that you feel like you could be sacrificing in the past to have forward movement in your life. And this is very general. This could be love for some of you, but it could also be in work or business as well. And so I almost get like Two of Wands vibes here on the Six of Swords. Two Wands, normally the guy has a wand behind him. He's grabbing onto the wand in front of him. But, when the Two of Wands comes up, like especially when it comes up in like a future position sometimes, I feel like the guy is kind of grabbing onto both wands. He's grabbing onto the front wand and the back wand. It's like he has something new, but he has to let go of something behind him that's complete so he can have the whole world in his hands. And I kind of get that feeling here with the Six of Swords. It like this holding on or something. I don't know. Let's see. With the Six of Cups, you have the Temperance card, and you have the Queen of Wands needing to be bold and assertive. Queen of Wands, again, Queen of Wands is the only fire court card that doesn't have salamanders on her cloak. Salamanders in the tarot represent protection from fire, so she's not really protected from risk. She has to take a risk no matter what, and she has to see something through to the end. And that's the whole point of the Queen of Wands, is that she has to do something that maybe other people don't agree with as well. And that's kind of popping into my head. Temperance, again, I've been seeing Temperance a lot, so, it doesn't really surprise me, but I feel like Temperance is saying you can turn any situation you want around. Six of Cups, it's funny that I said on the Six of Cups that I feel like you're hoping for a turnaround. I feel like Temperance is saying, no, you need to create the turnaround. With that Queen of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Swords. See, some sort of sacrifice here, Taurus. The Ace of Swords, there's the palm frond on the front of it right here, and there's an olive branch over here. Palm fronds in the tarot can represent making a sacrifice or sacrificing something, but the Ace of Swords cuts both ways. It's also above the mountains, so it can kind of represent a sacrifice leading to a victory. And again, I don't even think you're making a sacrifice. I feel like some of you, this could be, maybe you want to start a business, but Temperance, maybe you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and you need to be 110% in for it to be successful. Same thing with love as well. It's like maybe you want love, but maybe you're kind of not looking for love. And I feel like this is saying, no, you have to get out there and put the work in, right? With the Six of Swords, you have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands. I feel this could be something that's holding you back as well during this full moon, as you could be fearing conflict, or that there will be some sort of conflict in a situation in your life. Definitely popping into my head. I feel like for some of you, you're fearing, because of that Queen of Wands, I feel that you could be caring too much about what other people think, or you could be caring about, what will people think if I make this decision, or if I make this sacrifice, or if I move in a new direction in my life. So I really feel kind of like letting go of what people think, or just not caring what other people think, is going to be the secret for you. The other thing is there's actually something hidden here, Taurus. What's hidden is the need to have fun. He has polka dots on his cloak here. These people are actually training. They're learning how to fight. But the Five of Wands is meant to represent immature energy, and it's definitely popping into my head that I feel like some of you Taurus people need to invite more play or more fun into your life, in all areas of your life. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or create, I feel like you need to do whatever you can to manifest or create this new love or new business. I would be doing anything you possibly can to have more fun as well, Taurus. So that's what I would be focusing on if I were you. But that's that, Taurus. So thank you, Taurus, for being here. Really appreciate it. Gemini, let's see what we have going on for you here, Gemini. And Gemini, let's see. Gemini, you have the Queen of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Cups. What is this mess here, Gemini, is what I want to ask you. The Queen of Cups, your emotions. Normally, on the Queen of Cups, she's holding a cup, and it almost looks like a trophy. I always say that, her cup on the Queen of Cups kind of represents her heart. What is her heart telling her to do? And I can't answer that question for you. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like this is where you're at right now. What is you're looking at your cup. What will fill your cup, or what will fulfill your cup in general? Those were two different things, by the way, that I just said. I know it sounded the same, but it wasn't. You have the Five of Cups here. There could be some regrets over a past action, or I do feel regret energy here, but again, the Five of Cups, I actually like the Five of Cups. I love this Five of Cups. It looks kind of cool. But not only that, this alligator crocodile thing has the two cups in their hands. So for some of you, I feel like you could be seeing what your two cups are. I always say with the Five of Cups that when we turn around and we see those two cups behind us, that we get the bridge and the castle as well. That's also on the Five of Cups. So I kind of feel that this is about being grateful for what you do have, even though that you could be in a situation that maybe you regret. I get a little bit of too much pulling energy. Those are literally the words that are popping into my head here, Gemini. I feel there could be energy that's pulling on you in multiple different directions. So this could be people, places, things, friends, family, pretty much anything. But I feel see all this stuff, whatever this is that's coming off of this crocodile thing, whatever it is. I feel like people are pulling at you, or maybe you feel like you have a lot of people to please or something like that. And again, I would be careful of that energy. You do have the Three of Cups here. Three of Cups here is a card of a celebration. It's also a card of community and a card of happiness as well. So I feel for some of you, I kind of get a very specific message for you here, Gemini, actually. I feel that there is really only one person that you trust, maybe, even though, yes, I understand that there's three people normally on this card. I feel like there's one person in your life who you maybe see as a mentor or a guide or someone who can really help you. This person might not even be alive. This could be someone that you pray to or whatever. But I feel like you need to ask for this person for guidance for some of you, especially after this full moon. It's kind of interesting because I feel like you so far, I've only done obviously 3 signs, but you out of everyone that I've read for so far, I feel could be feeling this energy on a very deep level of this Aries full moon. So let's see. With the Queen of Cups, you have the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles here. Definitely needing to trust your intuition. It wouldn't really surprise me if you got the High Priestess quite a bit over the next few years, because the High Priestess represents potential. She has no roof over her head, and it kind of represents the fact that you could be training or working towards an opportunity, I feel, with the Nine of Pentacles, something that could be very fulfilling, like I said, with the Queen of Cups here. But the High Priestess, she just represents potential. It's if you have to put the work in to make something work. And the funny thing is, I feel like you're asking, what work do I do? Well, this is what I would do. Right here is Nine of Pentacles. I would work on your environment, number one. That's definitely popping into my head. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of your environment, the things that are around you, and creating an environment of success. So whatever you need to do to create an environment of success is exactly what I would be doing here with the Nine of Pentacles. I would also be trained, what I would say is whatever you're working towards, doesn't matter. Could be love, money, business, spirituality. I would learn as much as you can because she has these grapes behind her, and grapes in the tarot represent kind of something that requires a lot of skill to grow or a lot of skill to work on. So I kind of feel that some of you, it's like this is about developing skills in an area of your life where you want to see success. Clarifying that Five of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords. Some of you could be hoping for someone to come back from the past here, Gemini. And I don't say that lightly. As I always say, like, don't go back to the past. I'm a big fan of not doing it, right? And that Wheel of Fortune kind of says, like, do you really want to repeat a cycle? So, I would just be careful of that. Although I do feel like your fortunes are changing. I also feel like there are blessings coming in for you. You have a lot of symbols of blessings here. This person right here there's a person, two people actually in that stained glass window. And it's like one person is being blessed by the other person. I also kind of feel like some of you maybe recently got out of something, could have been a relationship. And I do feel you could be things could be turning around for you and maybe not for your person. So I would be careful if they can somehow see that like on social media or something, because they could be trying to come back here. And again, I kind of feel the Four of Swords is healing. So it's almost as if you have healed from the situation. And it's like, do you want to repeat it? With the Three of Cups, you have the Hermit and the Five of Wands. Like I said, I would be careful of anyone who's like revealing themselves here. They could be causing like a tower moment. They could be kind of creating conflict here. So I would definitely be careful of the past. For others, I kind of feel that Hermit is talking about knowledge. Again, everything about the Hermit represents knowledge. He has a long gray beard. He has that gray cloak on, and it all just kind of represents knowledge and wisdom. So in a lot of ways, I feel like you either are gaining a lot of knowledge and wisdom and learning things, or you need to put your knowledge and wisdom to work here with this energy. So that's what I'd be doing if I were you here, Gemini. But that's it, Gemini. Thank you, Gemini. We're going to move on now to Cancer. Cancer, let's see what we have for you for this full moon that is going to be on the 9th. So Cancer, by the way, Cancer, I'm using the Wormwood Tarot. I'm sure people are going to ask, although I am going to put it down below and we will, so that everybody knows. But Cancer, let's see here. You have the Seven of Wands, the Empress, and the Ten of Swords. So let me just timestamp this real quick and we'll get started. So you have this Seven of Wands here. And what I would say, like, I feel like you need to commit to something, but probably something new. The Ten of Swords is obviously a difficult ending. And to me, the Ten of Swords represents something that's done, over with. So I feel that the Seven of Wands here is asking you to kind of like commit to something that's going to be very important for you in your life. But look that looks kind of like death right here, this guy. So it is popping into my head that some of you need to just commit to a new beginning. I feel like this is what's waiting for you is the Empress. It's like on this Empress card, she's kind of coming out of the shadows. It's almost as if she's stepping into the light in this deck. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be either stepping into the light or you need to step into the light here or get some sort of attention. So that's what I would be doing here with this Empress card. I also feel like I kind of feel like, sometimes we have to take the good with the bad, right? Normally on a traditional Empress, there's a waterfall that is flowing behind her. The waterfall, it's like good, abundance is flowing to her. It's actually coming from the Emperor, that abundance or that water that's flowing to her. But it also kind of represents chaotic force, and it kind of represents chaos in nature. And sometimes it says we have to take the good with the bad. And here you go. You have the Ten of Swords. Something could definitely be leaving your life. It's kind of weird because, during the September readings, pretty much everyone had the Eight of Cups. And yes, I realize this is not the Eight of Cups, but it is a card of, endings or walking away from things or removing things from your life. And so I feel for a lot of you, something has either been removed from your life or is being removed from your life. And you could be walking away from something. Sorry, the Four of Pentacles wanted to kind of like fall out there. So I don't really take pop outs, but it is interesting. We'll see if it comes up when we clarify here. But let's see, Cancer. With that Seven of Wands, you have the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. Like I said, not really getting what you want from a situation, but settling anyway are the words that are popping into my head. So definitely not a time to settle because we're entering into the age of Aquarius. And, pretty much as I say to everyone, I think this Aquarius energy wants everyone to kind of be their own little star. I feel like this Aquarius energy wants pretty much everyone to get as much attention as they possibly can in life, and, on positive things that they're working on. So whatever you're working on, I feel there's like a lot of success. I kind of feel this energy, 4 swords, 4 cups, it's popping into my head as needing to make sure that you don't sell yourself short. And it's kind of funny because, I just did your love reading, which is up on the channel for the rest of 2022. And I'm pretty sure I said something like that to you, that you shouldn't sell yourself short, or you shouldn't, kind of settle for something. I don't think you're settling per se, but I do get this energy of kind of like saying, okay, I guess this is as good as I can do. No, it's not, Cancer. I'm here. That's what I'm here to tell you. With the Empress, you have the 8 of Pentacles and the Hermit. There's more for you to do. I feel like there is more to go here for you, Cancer. I feel like there's more attention, more success. 8 of Pentacles is like one foot in front of the other. It is a card of mastery. He is mastering a craft. He's also working diligently as well. So the 8 of Pentacles is a card of diligent, hard work. And I feel you need to continue on your journey of hard work. It's like you've been working hard. The Hermit is like going through dark night of the soul. He's climbing to the top of a mountain. But I would say, what do you get at the top of a mountain? You get the best views. So I feel like you need to keep pushing with this energy and definitely don't give up on whatever it is that you're working on here, Cancer. Plain and simple. With the 10 of Swords, look at this. You have the 5 of Swords wanting to give up, and you have the Ace of Swords. The sword on the Ace of Swords is above the mountains. It pretty much represents the fact that you will always have obstacles in life. You will always have things to deal with, but the Ace of Swords says you will easily be able to overcome those problems. The 5 of Swords kind of says take a risk to walk away from something that is no longer serving you, because that could be the thing that's holding you back. I do feel for some of you that what you could be holding on to a relationship, but that could be the thing that's like stealing your energy or preventing you from moving forward. I am going to give you a little bit extra of a clarification here. Can we get someone who is cold, not talking to you, exactly what I just said? So I feel like it could be a relationship or a person that is preventing you from moving forward. I promise you, if you're holding on to a person, you cut this person out. If it's not working, obviously, people always ask me, and I always say, if you're in a relationship that's working, obviously this isn't for you. But if you are in a relationship that isn't working, or if you're broken up with a person, I feel this is saying the second you walk away, or the second you move on, your life is going to get significantly better. For others, take how it resonates, It's like you could just need to, with that 7 of Wands, commit to something on a deeper level, Cancer. That 7 of Wands wants like a full commitment, just like I just said to Taurus. 7 of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is going to be successful for you, you will be successful. So, maybe you just need to commit to something on a much deeper level, Cancer. All right, Leo, let's see what we have for you, Leo. One more shuffle here, Leo. Let's see what is going on for you during this full moon in Aries. You have the 9 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and I can't even read this one, the 5 of Swords. So a lot of Swords energy tonight for whatever reason. Not sure what that's about. But Leo, again, you have the 9 of Cups, some sort of wish or wish fulfillment coming in for you here. And again, I feel like this wish could be on the other side of a risk. I really feel, as I've said like a million times, you've all probably heard me say this, Leo, I think the biggest risk we could take right now is the risk of exposure, basically. The risk of, putting yourself out there and being wrong. This could be in love. Maybe you want to tell a person that you're in love with them. And again, the risk, 5 of Swords, that you're worried about here is telling the person, being wrong. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're afraid people are going to call you stupid, right? Or something like that. So I feel like this energy is saying it is time for you to put yourself out there. It is time for you to take a risk because it's going to lead to total fulfillment. 9 of Cups, it's going to lead to a wish or a dream come true as well. I don't think this is going to be necessarily easy. You have the Knight of Swords here. I feel like this Knight of Swords is definitely saying like, don't rush, don't take shortcuts because Uranus and Taurus, I feel, again, this is Chris's crappy astrology here, Leo. To me, Uranus and Taurus does not want us to take shortcuts. Uranus and Taurus doesn't want us to take shortcuts because it wants us to build something like long-term and very successful. I was just thinking about this today, Leo. It's like I've noticed a lot of YouTubers that I watch, like some other YouTubers, they're all like building businesses, like actual businesses where they're, selling products and things like that they enjoy, right? But they're building a business around it. They're not like sponsorships and things like that, right? And I just kind of think it's interesting because I was thinking about this today and I kind of noticed it today. And that's what I'm getting for you here. It's like building something long-term. It almost has brick and mortar feeling to me. And this doesn't necessarily have to be in business. This could be in love, like focusing on something that has much longer term potential, or kind of like not rushing as well with that energy. So I definitely wouldn't rush. And, I keep saying to people that, one of my favorite people of all time, Les Brown, he always says, easy come, easy go. And, I would be careful of anything that comes too easily, right? You have the Five of Swords here. Again, the Five of Swords can represent walking away. I mean, you've probably heard me say it 100 times tonight. I feel that we're just in a time where we could all be cutting out the crap, or just cutting out things. It doesn't even have to be, we don't even have to be cutting out things that are bad. We could just be cutting out things that just no longer serve us. And maybe, if you're cutting out people, it's not saying like they're bad people necessarily. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I feel like you're just kind of cutting things out with that Five of Swords. The important thing with the Five of Swords for you, Leo, is I feel like you've learned. You could argue that on a traditional Five of Swords, there's the 3 guys on it. You could argue that that is the same person 3 times. He's just learned like how to deal with loss at the very last stage that's at the front of the card. It's like he has learned how to deal with loss, or how to deal with letting go of something. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. Damn, I don't know what's going on tonight. But again, this is for the full moon in Aries, so, and it makes sense because Aries, first sign, and we could all just be having new beginnings. But you have the Ten of Swords and the Three of Pentacles here. I feel like for some of you, you need to end a situation where there is no teamwork. I get a very, like, if you have a business, Leo, I'm not saying you're going to be firing anyone or anything like that, but if you have employees, I just think there could, what's popping into my head is there could be some restructuring here. It's not like you're firing people, but I just think if you really look at the people you have hired, like what they're doing for you, there might just be better uses of time. And that's what's popping into my head here. Even if you don't have employees, if you are your only employee, or if you work for yourself or have a side hustle, I kind of feel this is, for whatever reason, it's popping into my head as time. And I feel like you need to focus on like where your time's being used. For others, I feel like used is a word that just jumped out at me. I feel some of you could be ending relationship situations where there is no equal give and take. I feel like it's almost like there's a shift in where you put yourself in relationships. Normally, maybe you put yourself in the position of the giver in a relationship. I'm just giving you an example here. And I feel like there's a shift happening there. With the Knight of Swords, you have Lovers and Seven of Wands. I actually feel this could be a new person for those of you that want love in your life. The Seven of Wands says it is safe for you to love. So I feel like that Seven of Wands is saying it is safe for you to open up. Definitely could be an air sign coming in for you. And I feel like this person probably talks a lot. I get a very talkative energy on that Knight of Swords for whatever reason. So there could be a Gemini, or just a person who has Gemini on their chart coming in for you here. Seven of Wands, I'm kind of getting both sides, like commitment. I feel like this person wants commitment, but I also feel like you need to open up if you want love in your life. For a small percentage of you, this might be the other person that needs to open up. And I feel like if you're patient, actually, if you don't rush, then this could be something that is very good for you. If you're not looking for love, a choice. I feel like you need to pick the new path here very clearly. If you go back to my channel, I've been on YouTube for almost 8 years now with this channel. Can't believe it, number one. But number two, like literally, I remember your first readings, all encouraging Leo to pick the new path, to do something different, to do something new. With the Five of Swords, you have the Four of Cups and the Tower. Yikes. So that's heavy energy right there. So I feel like some of you need to let go of a disappointment that's already happened, though. Like I feel for some of you, there could be certain Tower moments that you have already experienced in your life. And I kind of feel this is encouraging you to like let them go. Maybe you're still attached to some Tower moments. For others, I feel this could be kind of like a surprise coming in for you here. But Four of Cups to me is a card of, disappointments, card of contemplation and apathy, but to me it also represents mixing things together. So I feel for some of you, there could be like, you could have experienced like a separation or a walking away type situation, something that didn't work out. Can we get more details on this? Yeah, here's the thing, is you have the King of Pentacles and the Strength card. This is like things being too much the same. The Tower is very necessary. Personally, I like the Tower. Personally, I think we will all always experience Tower moments. It's part of the Fool's journey. It's part of life, plain and simple, right? And it's what we do after the Tower moment that matters. It's not the Tower moment that matters. King of Pentacles, card of convention, things being the same for too long. The Tower, those people have built those walls up around them, and they're ignoring reality. So they're being brought back down to reality so they can see reality, so they can see things for how they actually are. So some of you, this could be like a reality, a back to reality type of situation here, but I don't know, I feel like it's good. Some of you could also have a water sign coming in for you. I'm getting that Tower might not actually, it might be nothing other than like a Scorpio coming in for you, but it could also be any water sign I'm getting, plain and simple. So that's that, Leo. Let's do a Virgo now. So Virgo, hold on one second. Let me just get a good shuffle going for you here. Virgo, we're using the Wormwood Tarot. And again, this is a reading for October 9th for the full moon in Aries. That's what we're doing. So Virgo, let's see what we have going on for you at this time. And Virgo. Virgo, you have the Temperance card, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. A lot of swords energy tonight, like I said. So clearly something's going on with this full moon. But I feel like you've been very patient with this Temperance energy. I feel like you've been waiting for a change to happen. I actually feel pretty good about this Ten of Swords because I feel like you're getting over a heartbreak. I almost feel that it should have been in reverse. The Three of Swords did come out in reverse. I don't read reversals, but it is interesting. It's almost like the that you are releasing something here, and that's what I'll say. I feel like you're kind of releasing a heartbreak or something that was heartbreaking. I also feel like something is changing with your head is is what I'm getting here. That's literally what's popping into my head. So I don't know, maybe you're getting a haircut or something like that, but I also feel like something is changing with what you with something that you're thinking about with this Three of Swords. It has to do with your heart as well, like where your heart is going, or maybe the things that you desire to have in your life, or the things that you want in your life as well. I feel some of you are kind of like changing, not really your goals, but maybe just one specific goal, something that you've wanted or you feel like you've wanted for a very long period of time. It's like I feel like your ideas about it or your plans for something are changing. We're going to have to look into this, clearly. You have the Ten of Swords as well. Again, I almost feel like this should have come up in reverse. I feel like you're kind of healing or have healed from something. It's been a long time. I feel like it's been like 2 years, very specifically, whatever you've been healing from. For some of you, it could literally be your health. For others, it could be like a heartbreak or a heartbreaking situation or some sort of sadness. I almost feel like you've felt cursed for a while. I've never had this for you, Virgo. I read for you all the time, and I've never had anything like this. So let's see what the hell is going on for Virgo here. With the Temperance card, you have the Two of Swords and the Five of Swords. Again, crazy. So some of you, this could be some sort of separation. The Two of Swords is about needing to see what's behind you. The Two of Swords, that island in the water behind her is like a new island, and she has to take the risk to go over to that new island. She's basically sitting where she has always been. And so she has to take the risk to go somewhere else. She has to experience new things. It's kind of like a card of needing to innovate. And I do feel that energy for you here. Some of you, again, have been healing from something. With the Three of Swords, you have the King of Cups and the Hierophant. Okay, I like where this is going. Definitely could be love coming in for you. If you're looking for love, could be a water sign. And this could be the person that you will marry, is what I'm getting here. But again, I feel like you had to go through this healing to get to this point. If you don't want love, I feel like this is just a reward. You could be traveling somewhere with the King of Cups. Very specifically, I feel like you could be traveling somewhere where your heart is connected to it again. The King and Queen of Cups have been coming up in readings like crazy for the past like 6 months or so. A lot of this like heart-based energy. The Hierophant, he's like the bridge between the heavens and the earth, or the universe and the earth, whatever you want to call it. And I feel for some of you, you've been put on pause for like 2 or 3 years, maybe like 2.5 years, I feel. I don't really trust psychic timing, but it is popping into my head, so I'm going to say it. And I feel that you are kind of getting a reward for, kind of like going through something, but it's almost like you've been being prepared for something for a very long time, and now you're finally getting it. So it's like the time is right, or the time is finally right for you to have something that you want, Virgo. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Chariot and the Five of Wands. Again, I said moving, so it wouldn't surprise me if some of you were moving or traveling. I also feel like you have a lot more willpower than you realize. See, I'm getting like a million things here for you, Virgo. Some of you, I feel like you're leaving conflict behind. I feel like the Five of Wands is just immature people around you, or I feel like you've realized like the right people that you need to surround yourself with that support your goals with the Chariot. The thing with the Chariot is it basically says where there's a will, there's a way. There's no reins attaching these sphinxes to the Chariot. So he has to use his will basically to get those those sphinxes, I should say, to move forward. They are also holding their tails and their paws. It's pretty much impossible to see on this tiny little card, but if you focus right here, they're holding on to their tails, and it kind of suggests that they have a good handle on their past. It's like they know, even though they're meant to represent mysteries, they understand where he has come from, the chariot driver being you in this situation. So it's like the universe understands where you've come from, understands where you're going. I get this sense of comfort here from the chariot. I feel like the universe is trying to say, hey, you're protected. You're going in a certain direction. There is a sense of comfort with the chariot as well, because it's like when you think about it, a chariot can only drive on the road. It can't really get off the road. And if you like do a lot of research on the chariot, it does say that you kind of have to follow like the rules of the road or the laws, right? But in this case, it kind of just says you have to follow like the spiritual laws, or you have to follow the laws of the universe, even though the universe is in control. I would like maintain your vision here, Virgo, is what I would say to you. You know, he has these stars in his canopy, these moons on his shoulders, and it kind of represents as above, so below energy. And it represents him using his powers of manifestation to get the things that he wants in his life. So, you know, I would make sure to stay focused with this energy. I would make sure to also kind of use your powers of manifestation to get what you want. But love it. I definitely feel there could be a water sign coming in for those of you that want love. But it kind of looks long distance to me, is what I would say here. I keep telling everyone, yeah, just looking at this, I feel it could lead to marriage. But what I would say, someone's going to have to travel, obviously. We have Neptune and Pisces, Virgo. I keep telling people, Neptune and Pisces, long distance is always a bad idea, because you can get too lost in the fantasy, you know, with Neptune and Pisces. So I shouldn't say it's a bad idea. I think it's a good idea if you lay down the law. If you say like, oh, we need to, you know, if you come up with a date where you say, hey, we need to meet by this date, and if we don't meet, then we need to move on, right? So as long as you're kind of being kind of more like disciplined, I would say, with Neptune and Pisces, I think you'll be fine, Virgo, just, you know, based off what showed up there. So that's that, Virgo. All right, Libra. Libra, we are going to be looking at, well, let's pull cards first. But we're going to be looking at the full moon in Aries that is going to be happening on the 9th, and that's going to be that. Libra, you have the Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Star. Love it. I feel for a lot of you that there's actually a lot of financial stability coming in for you here with the Four of Pentacles. I feel pretty good about this Four of Pentacles for you. Just intuitively, I feel pretty good about the Four of Pentacles for you. Sorry, Libra, I'm trying to organize this, but I feel like you feel very, like there's something, it's almost like you can sense something coming. I feel like a lot of momentum as well. And that's the thing that I think you're about to notice, and probably after this full moon. But even though we're reading for the full moon on the 9th in this reading, I feel like this is something that you're going to be kind of like focusing on and dealing with for the next like years, for a long time. It's like when things start working, I feel like they're gonna be not only like a lot of signs and symbols that things are gonna work, but things work faster and faster and faster. That's what I mean by momentum. I am also getting that it's gonna be easier for you to build the momentum, meaning like you're going to, when something's working in your life, you're gonna want to work on it, which you could say that's always true, but it's really not. Sometimes when people become successful, they get very lazy and they stop working. I've seen it happen in my own life. I've done it. I've seen it happen to other people as well. So, you know, that's what I would say here with this energy, with the Four of Pentacles, but it looks really good. You have the Seven of Pentacles. You always get the Seven of Pentacles. Now that I think about it, that's pretty crazy. Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it to do what you've been doing up until this point, or is there something better that you could be doing with your life? And I don't know. You're going to have to answer that question. I can't answer that for you. But the Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. You know, to me, the Seven of Pentacles is always worth changing direction. He's been growing the same pentacles for years and years and years. That's the whole point of the Seven of Pentacles. And maybe there's something better. Maybe there's something different. Maybe there's something that he's never experienced before that he could grow that would be better. So, you know, that's what I'd be doing here with that Seven of Pentacles energy. You have the Star card. I feel like you need to make a wish with the Star card. I feel like that this is encouraging you to make some sort of wish, or to, you know, kind of have a focus, which I think this is true for pretty much everyone, but it's showing up for you. The Star is about having like a North Star, having something to focus on. It's also about seeing that something is possible. Normally, she's taking water from the pool of universal consciousness and she's pouring it onto land. It kind of says if something's possible for one person, it's possible for you. And that's what I see here, Libra. I feel for some of you that you could be seeing that something is possible, and that's what's causing this change in direction. That's going to build a lot of momentum as well. It's kind of funny because like even in my head, I hear you saying like, what took me so long? Like, why did it take me so long to make this change? Maybe things have been like slow in work or business and things are now speeding up. So love it. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Hermit and the Knight of Wands. Again, that's literally everything that I just said. The Hermit is about knowledge and wisdom and education and learning. So I feel like you've learned something or you have seen something that is leading to a lot of success in your life. The Knight of Wands, I feel, is just the quick movement. You know, the Knight of Wands, he's down for the adventure, right? He is the card of being spontaneous, being open to adventure, doing new things, learning new things, like all that other stuff. So I feel like the Knight of Wands is saying that you're kind of like open to adventure at this time, or you're open to doing things in different ways. He's, again, if one way doesn't work, whatever he's doing, he just tries another way. And I kind of feel that matches up with that Seven of Pentacles. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles and the Justice card. So love it. You showing up in a very strong position as yourself. Three of Pentacles really says teamwork makes the dream work. And again, pretty much, you know, I feel that based off the astrology, this is true for almost everyone. You know, I would say if you're not building a team or a following or working together with other people, you're probably crazy. So I would say, you know, definitely very beneficial here. I also feel that some of you could be kind of finding new people that like want to help you grow, want to help you build, want to help you be successful in your life. And I would follow that. The other thing that I'm getting on that Three of Pentacles is with the Knight of Wands here, I feel it's important. I'm almost getting like moon vibes here. The moon kind of is a warning to the Fool that says, don't get off your path. And you don't have the moon here, but I'm just giving you an example. I feel that there, you know, could be some temptation to get off your path. Maybe things don't seem like they're working. Again, I would tap into that Knight of Wands energy over the next few months, because I really feel if you have your star, your North Star, which we're going to talk about next, that you're aiming at, maybe you can't get there exactly how you think you're going to get there, but as long as you experiment, try new things, you'll be successful. With the star, you have the Temperance card and the Five of Swords. Exactly what I just said. Temperance is, you know, the card of turning one thing into another. So it says, if one way doesn't work, try another. The Five of Swords, I feel, is saying, like, don't give up in this situation. So I feel like you need to keep pushing forward here, Libra, and keep working towards your goals, you know, or working towards this star. Is there any more information we can get about this? This is going to set you up for life. That might sound clickbaity, Libra, but I'm telling you right now, I feel like whatever you're doing is literally going to set you up for life. Nine of Pentacles, like pre-Empress energy. Eight of Wands, quick success, also the card of momentum as well. So whatever you're doing, I feel is going to help you like build a lot of momentum. And I also feel it's going to lead to a lot of success. But again, you're going to have to do the work, as I always say. So make sure you're putting in the work here, Libra, to accomplish whatever it is that you're setting out to accomplish. But all right, Scorpio, let me just shuffle this again, Scorpio, and we're going to do you next. So Scorpio, let's see here, Scorpio. What is going on for you? And let's see. Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the Seven of Wands, the Lovers, and the Four of Wands. I like that. Scorpio, I feel like you're opening up to something here. This person, I feel like you two kind of are very similar in certain ways, and I feel like you're different than others. Someone comes from a difficult background here, or has trauma maybe, is what I would say here. This person has healed, though. I feel like this is not someone who is carrying their trauma forward in this situation. So I kind of feel like someone's opening up here with the Seven of Wands. Somebody in this connection like notices it right away, is what I would say to you, Scorpio. It could be you. If you have your eye on a person, maybe you recognize this as a connection right away. If they see you first, obviously that's how it's going to happen. If this is not love, this is something else that you're committing to on a very deep level. Again, you have that Four of Wands. I feel like that Four of Wands is, again, just like I said to Libra, I feel like this is something that's going to set you up for life, or, you know, maybe it doesn't have to be that dramatic, but it could be you committing to like a business that you commit to for life, or something else. You have the Lovers. So again, I feel with this Lovers that you're attracting someone who's actually very similar. For some of you, I feel like you just work this at the same place. So that could be the similarity. There could be other similarities with this person as well. You could both have similar interests or whatever. I kind of feel like you're different in other ways as well. But you notice these two people are like in a mirror. It's like a mirroring each other type situation. So I feel, I hate the cliche terms, but I don't think you're like mirroring each other in a toxic way. But I do feel like you're very similar. For those of you not interested in love, this is definitely a new choice that you will be making. And I say that you will be making it because of the Four of Wands. Pretty straightforward reading as far as I'm concerned. I feel this is very clear. That you're committing to something new with the Four of Wands. I love the Four of Wands. To me, it's a portal card. Even outside of marriage, again, clearly if this is love, I feel that this could be a person you marry. If it's not love, and even if it is, actually, I still feel like you're going through a portal. Normally, there's the like garland thing at the top of the Four of Wands, and to me, it's a finish line card. To me, it's a card of finishing something up, going to the next level, or kind of moving on to something new. And that's kind of like what I feel like you're doing here, Scorpio. Is I feel like you're moving on to something new or different in your life, or you're making some sort of change here. Let's see what's going on. With that Seven of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups and the Judgment card. Yes, you're walking away from the past, moving forward towards something new. Here's the thing, is that inside, these people here, they're inside these coffins. Inside the coffin is their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. Some people read the Judgment card as an ex coming back. I actually do think that it can be an ex coming back, but I don't always feel that. And I would say Eight of Cups, you're clearly walking towards fulfillment. It's funny that I've been saying to people all night tonight that, basically the Eight of Cups has come up like crazy during the month of September. Even before then, it was coming up like crazy. So I feel people could really be moving away from things that no longer serve them. But Judgment to me says you're waking up to something. I literally feel you're waking up here, Scorpio. You're waking up to a connection. Like I said, someone recognizes this connection right away. It's kind of funny because I see it as one side or the other. I feel like whoever doesn't wake up to this connection right away is going to wake up to the connection, very, very quickly. But I'm not sure if it's you or this person that could be coming in for you. I'm not even getting a sign yet showing up here. I'm not sure who is kind of like aware of it first. With the Lovers, you have the Page. Are you kidding me? You have the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands. Definitely a person you could be marrying. Could be a water sign for sure. But, Page of Cups is my general just admirer card. So I feel it's someone who just admires you or will admire you. And I also feel like you admire this person. Definitely a celebration coming in for you with that Four of Wands. My thing with the Four of Wands is that those people have already been married on this Four of Wands here. So it's kind of like after marriage. But I do feel you could be meeting someone that you will marry here. This person here, Page of Cups, I feel it's a very dreamy person. I kind of feel that you maybe even have had dreams about this person. He has that fish in the cup, right? And I always say that this fish in the cup could be something that doesn't exist. It might be part of his imagination. And so I feel for a lot of you, you could be kind of receiving something that you've been imagining for a very long time. With the Four of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Love it. Ace of Pentacles is the path to marriage. The Nine of Wands, of course, is the wounded warrior. And somebody I do feel is wounded. It's funny that I said the trauma thing, but I feel this person is healed. And I feel like they're willing, kind of ready to give love another shot. Could be you if you're looking for love. It could be you that's kind of ready to open up here to this offer. Ace of Pentacles is like a big opportunity or just a very solid offer coming in for you. And so I feel there could be just a solid offer coming in with that Ace of Pentacles. If you're not looking for love, I just feel this could, again, just be a big opportunity. I do get second chance vibes here if it's not love, meaning that you could be revisiting something that you've been working on for a very long period of time. I feel like this needs a dedicated effort. Like, let's say you've been working on a business, maybe you recently quit, or you quit over the past few months and you're thinking about revisiting it. I feel like you will actually be very successful this time around, but I kind of feel you need to have like a dedicated effort. I don't really have any good examples. All I do all day is YouTube, right? So I'm just going to use myself as an example. It's like no matter what, I do 4 videos a day, no matter what. That's like the minimum I do. Some days I feel super motivated. I do like 12, right? It just depends on how I'm feeling, but the minimum that I do is 4. That's how I like maintain my schedule. And, I kind of feel like some of you need that in your life, Scorpio, whether it's in work, business, or otherwise, doesn't matter. But I feel this reading's asking you to like kind of have a diligent schedule, especially, but again, I kind of feel like that's only for those of you that are revisiting like an idea, or maybe you had a YouTube channel, or maybe you started a business and then you stopped it. I kind of feel if you're thinking about revisiting something that you should, I feel like you're going to be very successful, but I feel like kind of like the way that you revisit it should be more planned out, or just have like a solid plan, right? And it could be very simple, like doing 4 videos a day or whatever. I feel like as long as you stick to the plan, you're going to be very successful here. All right, Sag, let's see what is going on for you with this Aries full moon that is on the 9th, Sagittarius. Let's see. Sag, you have the Three of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Star. So I feel for some of you, the Three of Wands is saying, what are you waiting for? Three of Wands is like my card of waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. So I feel like if you're thinking about doing something, I would just do it. The other thing with the Three of Wands is traditionally the guy is like looking out at the water, but it's golden color. And the traditional story of the Three of Wands is that he's actually looking at a desert. And then he looks a little bit closer and he sees that there are boats out there. So it's not a desert. That's when he says, oh my God, it's not a desert, right? So it's kind of about seeing an opportunity in something where you don't think there's an opportunity because it's a desert. There's like no opportunity in the desert, but it's not really a desert. It's, something better. So I kind of feel like that you could almost be looking at something in your life and not seeing its full potential. So, don't, again, I would say don't sell yourself short, just like I said to Cancer earlier. You have the Two of Cups here. It could be love, but I don't think that's true for all of you. Two of Cups to me is you and your higher self. So this could be kind of your higher self is guiding you towards this. And that's kind of what I feel here, Sagittarius, is that you are being guided towards either a really solid opportunity or kind of like a new opportunity in life. And again, I would grab onto it with this energy because I feel like you will be very successful because of it. You have the Star here as well. And the Star to me is kind of like saying that you've maybe healed from something. Maybe you've had a Tower moment in the recent past. And I feel like you've gone through a healing with that Tower moment. And that's really all I get here is healing. I also get kind of like the need to see the full picture, or the big picture. Normally there's an ibis, a bird, in the tree on the Star card. And that bird kind of represents seeing the big picture, taking in all the information that exists, especially if you're trying to make a decision, I'm getting, or if you're doing something new with your life. I feel this is kind of like saying take in all the information. I also feel like this is kind of like saying don't miss out on an opportunity. Again, not to talk about myself too much here tonight, Sagittarius, but when I started this YouTube channel, no tarot readers had more than 10,000 subs. So I thought that reaching 10,000 would be freaking amazing, right? I never thought in a million years I would have almost 700,000 now. So, what I would say here is I kind of feel that for you, where there could be an opportunity in front of you. Three of Wands could be work or business related. It could be love for some of you. And I feel like it's a much bigger deal than you realize. And that's kind of what I'm getting here, Sag. With the Three of Wands, you have the Empress and the Three of Swords. Some of you could be coming off a heartbreak, but I don't know. That Empress is pretty good. So the Three of Swords kind of says maybe it's time to forgive the past. And that's what I'm feeling for you here, because you're getting attention, or there is a lot of attention available to you. So to get the attention, I kind of feel like you need to forgive or let go of the past so that you can have this Empress energy. And this reading's pretty simple, as always. I feel that's all it's saying. With the Two of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands and the Strength card. I don't know, maybe some of you are looking at an opportunity as a lot of work. The Ten of Wands kind of says you're at the end of a long journey. The whole story with the Ten of Wands is that he planted those wands in his field, and now he's bringing them home. He's about to have a harvest. So I feel for a lot of you, this is kind of saying, hey, you're actually about to have a harvest. There are some good things coming in for you. So make sure you get your rewards. The Strength card is about being strong, of course, and patience, but it's also about working on something every single day. That lion is submitting to her, and it's kind of, I say strength is about kind of doing something day in, day out, like having a daily practice, which I feel could be beneficial for you. With the Star card, you have the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Everything you want in life. I mean, Ten of Pentacles literally is the tree of life. Ten of Pentacles represents getting or having or receiving everything that you hope and desire for here, Sagittarius. So I feel that you actually could be attracting a lot into your life, or the things that you want. But I feel you have to accept it with that Ace of Cups. The trick with the Ace of Cups is like the more fulfilled we feel, the more Ten of Pentacles we attract. So we have to kind of make our own decisions and make sure we're doing things that fulfill us with the Ace of Cups. I also feel this could be a love offer coming in for you. Can we get more details on this love offer? Kind of like everyone else, you might be a little closed off to love. Five of Swords, King of Swords. Someone might have left you out in the cold, or you just might not be, as open to love as you want to be or could be, right? Yeah, I would open up. The Two of Pentacles kind of says, look at it as fun, not work. Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard. But I almost feel this is saying like, okay, why not just look at it as going out and having a good time and, and just see what happens, right? With the Queen of Cups. She protects her heart, of course, so protect yourself. Don't go crazy, but I would get out there if you want love. That's kind of like what that's saying to me. So pretty simple, Sag. That's what I get for you, Sagittarius. So Thank you, Sag. We're going to move on to Capricorn now. Let me just make sure that I shuffle these. I like to put them back in random order so I don't keep getting the same cards. But let's see what we have for you here, Capricorn, for the full moon on the 9th. Capricorn, let's see here. What time is it? Capricorn, you have the Two of Cups, the Judgment card, and the Emperor. I feel for some of you, there's clearly love coming in for you. You have been getting crazy love readings with me. Your love reading is going to be out on Saturday. If you're watching this after Saturday, then it's already out. But you've been getting these crazy love readings where I just feel like love is a little bit unexpected for you if it's entering into your life, which it looks like it could be. So I'm not saying that you're not like, that you don't expect it, but maybe it's not totally expected. So I do feel like someone is wanting to enter into your life. Could be an Aries for some of you, or someone who has Aries in their chart. I feel like it'll be a perfect match. If it's not love, I would say you're discovering your purpose. You have the Judgment card here. So it's like judgment has been called on a situation in your life. That kind of changes things here, Aries. I'm wondering if judgment has been called on a person and now they're seeing you as the Emperor in a situation. I feel like someone underestimated you here, Aries, is really actually what I'm getting. I do feel there could be an Aries coming in for some of you in love, but I almost get the feeling that someone underestimated you here. It's kind of like you're having a glow up, and I wouldn't really call Emperor a glow up, although he is like the ultimate glow up, right? But at the same time, it's almost like someone saw you as like much smaller than you actually are. I don't know, maybe that's not the right words, but that's kind of like what I'm getting here. And so I feel like you're saying, okay, have fun with that, goodbye. And then you're turning into this right here, the Emperor. So I almost feel like this is your true form right here, Capricorn. It's like you're bossing up, you're getting a lot of attention, or you could be finding a lot of success right now. And I feel this is drawing a lot of stuff to you, like love, for example. So some of you could definitely be attracting love. I'm going to use the big deck here to clarify yours, because why not? With the Two of Cups, you have the King of Swords and the Ten of Wands. I feel like you've been very focused on work, is what this is saying to me. So again, that could be why if love is showing up, it's a little bit unexpected, because you're more focused on like the efforts that you're putting into things. I feel like you also have like seen that you're trying to get to a certain place in your life. And so I feel like you're trying to get to like certain levels in work, business, love. And so you're putting the work in, is what that is saying to me. The King of Swords, I feel like someone could have, I get like a breadcrumbing energy, so that could be what you've walked away from, is what I'm getting. It's like judgment has been called on this person, or if it hasn't, it will be soon. With the Judgment card, here you go. You have the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands. See, I feel like you're surprising someone, because, if someone's like revisiting you, you're not accepting them back into your life. I feel like you're very focused on the new. Even the Ace of Wands says, out with the old, in with the new. This castle is crumbling in the background, and the Ace of Wands represents like a new opportunity. And you have the Two of Wands. Look, he's let go of this back wand, and he's only focusing on this front wand. And because of that, he has the whole world in his hands. So I feel this is saying, Capricorn, that you could be surprising people in your life. It could be love, and I do feel that for a lot of you. Someone could be trying to come back from the past. I feel like you're like, no, plain and simple. And I feel like here's the thing, is with that Emperor energy, I feel like that this person only wants to come back because they see you glowing. They see you finding success or becoming successful. So I feel like you're saying no. It's like I literally have the words getting off the merry-go-round popping into my head. So I feel like you've been just going round and round and round and round with a person, and you're just done with it, is what this is saying to me. I feel like you're very focused on a new beginning. Same thing, just in general, I feel like you're focusing on things, outside of love I'm talking about now. I feel like you're focusing on things that inspire you, that kind of wake you up and get you out of bed in the morning. These could be business opportunities, work opportunities, pretty much anything. But I feel like you're very focused on inspiration. The reason I say this is, again, 2 months, he's like experienced everything he can from where he is. So it's like he wants to go experience new things. He wants to go do new stuff. And that's what I feel for you. With the Emperor, you have the Justice card and the Page of Swords here. Like I said, I feel like you could be seeing someone getting their karma. I don't think you want this, or even will care about this. Honestly, if someone did you dirty in the past or something like that, I feel like you could see them getting some karma, but I feel like you're just moving past it. It's like, again, the Emperor, he doesn't care what's going on, about with people that aren't in his life anymore. Like, he doesn't bother himself with those things, right? So I feel kind of you could be seeing it, but you're not worried about it. I feel like someone was lying, or a liar in general, with this Page of Swords. I also feel like some of you, it's kind of like you have had some ideas about the truth. So if this is love, I feel like you had certain feelings or thoughts, or you just kind of knew something wasn't right, and I feel like you're being proven right here. For others, I feel like you're just putting your energy into things you can control. The Justice card is cause and effect. It's like, if I put energy into this relationship, what do I get back? If I put energy into this business, what do I get back? And you're really only focusing on things that give to you, and that's exactly what you should be doing here, Capricorn. So pretty simple stuff. I like it. I feel like this is good for you, Capricorn. No need to drag it out, right? So that's that. But thank you, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, sorry. I thought I was going to make it without having to wake my computer up, but hold on one second, because this always happens. Once I've been going for an hour, my computer turns off, and I can't figure out how to get it to stop. But Aquarius, let's see. 2 more shuffles here, Aquarius, for you, for the Aries full moon on the 9th. All right, Aquarius, let's see here. Aquarius, you have the Page of Cups here, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords showing up here. So Page of Cups, could be love or a love situation. I feel this is a breadcrumbing situation. Maybe you were breadcrumbed in a relationship. That 7 of Swords is like, lying, cheating, stealing, of course. But, what I would say here is that I feel for some of you, you could be releasing something with that 7 of Swords. Someone who's a liar, cheater, stealer, or someone who just breadcrumbed you with the 6 of Pentacles. Take how it resonates. If that is not the case, if you weren't breadcrumbed or anything like that, I would be careful with that 6 of Pentacles. Normally on the 6 of Pentacles, he's giving to one person and not the other. But the guy who's being generous on the 6 of Pentacles, he is carrying kind of like the same thing that the Justice card has, the balance. So he is kind of, using his wisdom to decide who to give to and who not to give to. And I kind of feel that here, where there could be, a rat. This looks like a rat to me. It's pretty crazy, because for 2 nights in a row, Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius rising, by the way. And I don't think this is supposed to be a rat, but it's popping into my head as a rat. For like 2 nights, I've had a dream about rats, separate nights, which is pretty weird. I never usually have like repeating dreams. They weren't repeating, but they were just very similar, but they weren't exactly the same. The rats were different in both dreams. But, I would be careful of, anyone you see as a rat. I would be careful of anything having to do with the term rat, like sharing too much information with a person who could tell on you, things like that. I would be careful of that. Again, you have these 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to have to call judgment on something here, even though, again, the balance that the guy is normally holding is on the Justice card, not the Judgment card. But I kind of feel like I'm getting more of a decisive action that needs to be taken here, Aquarius, where you're going to have to decide like where to put your energy, right? And what I would say here is that the 7 of Swords can represent doing things differently. Funny enough, the 7 of Swords, personally, I consider to be a good card. Traditionally, it's a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive, and really, normally the guy on the 7 of Swords, he's stealing the swords from the army that's in the background. So it's more about like going to war, but in a different way. So if you're dealing with a rat or a rat-like person or business or situation, I feel like this is saying, don't try to like face it head on, right? It's like there are probably better ways to deal with a situation. If you're dealing with like a difficult person, a liar, cheater, stealer, doesn't even have to be. Could just be difficult people that you've been dealing with in your life. And I don't know. That's what I'll say there. Let's see where this is going here, Aquarius. With the Page of Cups, you have the Star and the 10 of Swords. Some of you this could be a person who you saw as a wish or a dream come true, and maybe the situation just didn't work out. Maybe they turned out to be a liar, cheater, stealer. But there's like some sort of disappointment here. Again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's only a daily reading, basically, here, Aquarius, so I wouldn't even worry about it. I always tell people, take tarot with a grain of salt. But I feel like there's some sort of difficult ending And it has to do with a wish or, something that you see as fulfillment here, Aquarius. And it's almost as if something didn't work out. We might have to come back and get more details on this. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot. I like this. It's like making the right decision is going to lead to a quick victory for you. But I think the hardest part here is kind of like making the right decision. So, how do you make the right decision? Well, number one, cause and effect, right? Like where you put your energy, what do you get back with that Six of Pentacles? Six of Pentacles to me is also about planting seeds. It says, if really deep down inside you don't know what to do right now, try a couple of things. Try a few things with the Six of Pentacles. And whatever grows, you're planting seeds. Wherever you see growth, that's where you put all your energy, is the area of your life where you see growth. Not what you think you should necessarily do, but where the growth is actually happening. Might sound obvious, but again, my middle name is Captain Obvious, and trust me, I miss the most obvious stuff ever. So, it makes sense to me that it would come up like this. But I feel like there's some sort of opportunity from a distance as well for some of you. Could be love, but it really feels like business. So some of you could have like a business or a job opportunity from a distance. If that's for you, I feel it'll be very, very good for you. I would look into it if I were you, Aquarius. There could be like a lot of success or abundance coming in there. With that Seven of Swords, you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands here. It's actually pretty good. I mean, Ten of Pentacles is everything you want in your life. The Queen of Wands is seduction. I'm wondering if you're dealing with a person or someone was seduced away from their Ten of Pentacles in this situation. So, take it how it resonates, Aquarius, but I feel like almost someone was seduced away from what could have been their Ten of Pentacles. Could be you, could be a person, who was seduced away from you. If it's a person, I feel like you're walking away from this, plain and simple. But other than that, I also feel like this is saying that you need to be bold and assertive in going towards your Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is, again, the tree of life. It's whatever you want in your life. Queen of Wands has been coming up a lot, and I've been telling people you have to be bold and assertive right now to get what you want. You really have to go for the things you want. You're not going to just magically get what you want. So I feel like if you can be bold and assertive, you'll get the things you want. I wanted to clarify that. You have these Seven of Cups in the world. It's like you can have whatever you want. The world, major accomplishment. Seven of Cups, too many worries. It's funny because I did your reading this morning as well, your love reading, which will be out tomorrow on Saturday. And, I keep getting this feeling for you. I kind of feel like Neptune and Pisces is messing with you, Aquarius, because I think that there could be a lot of things where you're imagining like how things could go. Seven of Cups, there are good things and bad things in the cups that he has in front of him. But it's just in his imagination. Until he manifests those things here on Earth, he's never going to know like how things could go or how things could happen. So it's like, I feel this need and have been feeling this need for you. It's like maybe that Seven of Swords is you lying to yourself. And again, I'm not calling you out here, but that Queen of Wands, I kind of feel like that's your energy. That's why I'm saying this. And I'm not saying you aren't dealing with a liar, cheater, stealer. You could still be dealing with someone like that. But with that Queen of Wands, it's like she is looking over to the world here, Aquarius. It's like there's something that she really wants. If she wants it, she knows she wants it, then she starts to worry about it, right? So it's like, what are you tricking yourself out of? Or what are you preventing yourself from accomplishing is what I would ask you, Aquarius. And I would just move towards it. You're never going to know unless you taste it. So, that's kind of like what I'm getting for you here. And that's that. So there you go, Aquarius. Take the risk. Make it happen, right? I think I said that to you in your last reading. So that's what I'd be doing. But, all right, thank you, Aquarius. All right, Pisces. Pisces, thank you as always for your patience. Really appreciate it, Pisces. We are going to see what is going on for you at this time, Pisces. So, Pisces, like two more shuffles here, Pisces, and that'll be that. So, Pisces, let's see here, Pisces. All right. You have the Knight of Wands, the Empress, and the Eight of Cups. So, sorry, I forgot to write down your timestamp. You have the Knight of Wands here, so some sort of adventure. I feel like you need to go on an adventure here. I feel like you need to stop with the Eight of Cups. I feel like you are in an emotional whirlpool. Eight of Cups is a card of being sucked down into the depths of an emotional whirlpool. So I feel like you have to either walk away from something or let something go, just like everyone else. Like everyone tonight had the Eight of Cups, basically, or something similar. And I've been saying this all September. So Eight of Cups on the negative side of things is an emotional whirlpool. It's something that consumes you, that drags you down. If you are being consumed by tarot, stop watching tarot. If you are being consumed by something else, stop. Right? I feel like this is saying you need to go on this adventure because I feel that there's some sort of adventure coming in for you with the Knight of Wands. It's going to lead to a lot of success. You have the Empress. It's like this is what's waiting for you. A lot of abundance, a lot of success, something that really works out for you. I feel like you're very attractive at this time as well. I would just be careful of the inconsistent energy with that Knight of Wands. Some of you could have like a person who's in and out of your life. And again, I feel like this is what it causes you right here. Pain and heartache, the Eight of Cups, getting sucked down into an emotional whirlpool. So I would avoid this energy. I feel like once you decide to walk away from something for good, you're going to be moving towards the Nine of Cups, total fulfillment, total success. So I feel there's like a lot of success for you, but you know, it's all about kind of like walking away. Pretty simple here, Pisces. So let's see here. I feel like you're very attractive at this time. Like I said, you could be attracting a new fire sign into your life as well. But before I open my mouth, let's see what is going on here. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Six of Cups and the Page of Swords. You could be thinking about a past person, but again, I feel like this person's very inconsistent. So I would be careful of this energy for sure. This person could be watching you. Page of Swords, they could have their eye on you, but so what is what I would say. Six of Cups is like a gift from the universe, and the gift we usually receive. And look, I wanted to clarify it. And you have the Empress again. So the gift we usually receive with the Six of Cups is forward movement, meaning that if it's not a person, the Six of Cups, it can be a gift. And maybe we've been bumping up against obstacles in some area of our life. And the gift is that those obstacles are being removed. Clearly double Empress energy here. So I feel you could be experiencing like an increase in your abundance, or you could be gaining in abundance. I also feel like you could be attracting someone who is very attractive just like you. With that Empress energy, it's like two very attractive people. With the Empress, you have the Five of Swords and the Death card. Definitely some sort of ending. We already know this. So I feel like you're going through a transformation. I really feel this is encouraging you to completely go through the transformation. Stop turning around. Stop looking back like this guy here. See how he's looking back to the past? I feel like it's saying stop. Stop looking towards the past. Embrace the future. You can see there's a child right here. And on the Death card, the child is like the only one that isn't scared of the Death Rider here. The child is holding up some flowers to the Death Rider. It kind of says like, you know, have that childlike excitement. Children are excited by new things, or they're excited by new stuff. So I feel like you need to be excited by doing something new here. I also feel like you're leaving a moon period behind. The two pillars from the moon show up right here. And those two pillars, the sun is coming up. So I really feel kind of like the sun is coming up in your life. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups. Are you kidding me? And the Four of Swords. I feel like you need to get moving towards your Nine of Cups. It's like you can have so much fulfillment in your life right now, Pisces. And that's what I'd be focusing on. I'd be focusing on like what things do fulfill you. What things could bring more fulfillment into your life as well. Especially if you have any new ideas, right? I want to see you, Pisces. You have the Three of Swords. You have the King of Swords. See, I feel like you're focusing on something that just doesn't give you attention, is what I would say here, Pisces. It's like you're focusing on something that has broken your heart before. And the King of Swords is very cold, turned off energy. So again, if that is for you, if you are focusing on something that doesn't give you attention, again, I feel like this whole entire reading is like saying, take your time to heal, of course, Four Swords, right? Heal, but focus on your Nine of Cups, because Nine of Cups is total fulfillment, right? And if you're like staying in this energy of Eight of Cups, it's like you're just going to attract more misery, I feel. Can we get more details? You have three cards here. You have the Emperor, so divine counterparts now. Empress twice, and the Emperor could be attracting a divine counterpart into your life. But look, Seven of Wands Tower. It's like it's almost like the Tower moment, or sorry, my camera's backwards, but it's almost like the Tower moment is blocking the Emperor from coming into your life. So literally, if you're having a hard time moving on, I would just move on here, because I feel like it's going to bring someone really amazing into your life if you're looking for love. If you're not looking for love, I feel there's a lot of abundance here, but again, too many past worries. That Eight of Cups to me is saying that you're like worrying about things that could happen, might happen, probably never will happen. Like, trust me, I'm a Pisces. I overthink things to death, right? It's like so much. It took me like 2 years to start my podcast finally, which I've already had to take a break from and stopped because I'm like trying to reorganize it and stuff like that. Typical Pisces, right? You know, at least I'm getting that going, but it took me forever. I overthought that to death. So, you know, I kind of get overthinking energy here with the Eight of Cups. And I feel like this is saying you can like worry all day long about things that could happen, maybe might happen, maybe might not happen, right? And I feel like you need to do it anyway. It's like, you know, I just get this danger of wasting too much time thinking about like what ifs in this situation. So, you know, I would like get moving. Pretty much everyone has had a reading like this tonight. If you didn't watch any of the other signs, you know, not exactly the same, but similar. So, this full moon could be very similar for everyone. I would also say, Pisces, that this is normally the Eight of Cups has an eclipse on it. So there's something about this eclipse coming up. I think it's on the 25th. And, we're entering into eclipse season as well. So there could be a lot of changes happening during eclipse seasons. I would really focus on that Nine of Cups. I would ignore everything I said in this reading. And this is what I would focus on right here. Your own fulfillment. Nine of Cups is about choosing to be in energy before you have it, right? If you want love, you have to be in love before you can have love. People always say, how do you do that? I'm always like, well, go love a dog, go love a cat, go love nature, right? Go do something like a hobby that you love. Why do you think I tell people to get out of the house? Because it's like you have to be in an energy of the things you want before you can have them. If you want money, go be around money, right? Go hang out in a bank. You'll probably get arrested, but I don't know, do something, right? Go be around things that make you feel abundant. And that's what I'd be focusing on here. It actually isn't that bad. Empress twice. So, and you have the Emperor. So, could be love coming in for you. Could be a Scorpio coming in for some of you, or an Aries coming in for you here as well. But that's that, Pisces. So thank you, Pisces. Thank you, everyone else that's here. Really appreciate it. I probably will be doing these more often, these kind of collectives or all signs readings. So definitely keep an eye out on the channel. But thank you, and definitely enjoy the full moon.